All right, man. We live. You dig what I'm saying? It's Phil Walker, man. It's the fix, man. You know what I'm saying? I am the ambassador. You dig? Look, check this out, man. I'm gonna send out this link, man. I'm gonna get some of my homies to come through here, drop by. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop up some boxing real quick. I know boys want to get to that Lakers game. See if these boys can close out the series. You dig? But let me send out this link, and we're gonna get busy. All right, I'm back, man. You dig? Look, check this out, man. I just sent out the link. All right. I'm finna drop the link inside the chat, private chat, see if I can pin that thing and see if we can get boys to come through here. All right, man. Shit, I got the link in that thing. Wayne Talk, what's good, baby? Hey, I already know what you doing, man. I already know what you getting ready for. A straight annihilation. You dig what I'm saying? Round table shit. Zone 6 on deck always, man. You dig? Okay, hold on. Boom. All right, we got my man Zone 6 in the building, man. What's up?
What's up, boy? What we talking about tonight? Let's get it.
Hey, look, man, check this out. You know, we got the recent news. Obviously, Rollish fighting this weekend. After that, obviously, we have my man Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Tomorrow, we got Wayne Talk debating KO. You know, I don't want to say his name too much on here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, boys think boys be clout chasing, but the truth of the matter is, I've been sitting front row for a long time. You dig? Yeah. But that's just my place. That's my spot. You dig? Uh, but yeah, man. We got Wayne Talk. Wayne Talk. You can jump in if you want to, man. I dropped the link in the chat. You dig what I'm saying? All right, I know boys want to get to that Lakers game tonight. Okay, so I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time, but this is my first official video. Okay, chopping it up with the fellas, doing our thing. And you know, we getting this round table shit popping, man. We not finna play with these boys, man. So at the end of the day, we finna cook on something right quick. Ryan Clark, I got the link in there. If you want to jump in, it's all good, baby. But y'all boys, make sure you hit the like button. Obviously, I'm trying to get my subscribers up. Okay, new channel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing something a little bit different to YouTube because that's just how I do. You feel me? I don't want to be like every other channel. So, you know, y'all boys just stay tuned in and you're going to see how we do it over here at the Fix. And again, I am the ambassador. You did? That is my name. All right? All right, so, man, what's up? We cooking on this thing. Let's start off with the Rolly Romero fight, man. Zone 6, man. What you got in that thing?
I like Rolly. I think Rolly should get back on track. I like him at 140. I've been listening to his interviews. I think he is very, very entertaining. He was saying some stuff really to pick up on and cook up on that. Where he made his mistakes at with the Tank Davis fight. He said he was a little too, drained. He stayed at the weight class a little bit too long to get that payday, and now he should be fully healthy, fully strong at 140. And they really giving him a guy he should be able to stop. And I think we might see a different Rolly. I think he's gonna be crazy exciting, and I think he's gonna be up there making some noise. Um, and I think he's gonna be a character up there at 140, especially if he start getting some wins. So I got Rolly, really because I'm rooting for him. I want him to be a player at 140 because I think he's gonna make that division a little bit more exciting to me, in my opinion.
Okay, so look, since we're talking about 140, what you got on the Josh Taylor and the Teofimo?
Josh Taylor, man, I'm not decided on T.O. and Josh Taylor. I'm really not a T.O. fan or
Mm-hmm.
Josh Taylor fan. This one where I can really sit back and be neutral. With those kind of fights when I'm not sure like progress like these guys like that, I'm not so sold on them yet. Not convinced on him yet. So when it comes to Taylor, I like Taylor. I respect Tyler, and it was fucked up that he, stripped him of his belts and shit. But I don't know because I like To too though. But see, I mean I like To as a player in the game. But see, this the problem though. See, if To and Rolly finna play that they friends game, I don't want to see that. See, that's my problem, and that's
Yeah,
my
see, that was gonna be my next question because those guys seem to be, buddies. You dig what I'm saying? So I know Rolly coming in the door, and initially he was supposed to fight for the actual the big strap. Now he's fighting for the baby strap, but nevertheless he is fighting for a baby title. But I'm glad they bumped it down to a baby title, honestly. But like you said, I don't want these guys to be in the division and they be all buddy. You dig? Clark Dean, what you got on it, brother? Well, tell me what you got on that Rolly fight, and tell me what you think about Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez.
Man, what's the deal? So
What
I
up?
start with T.O. and Josh Taylor, man. I watched T.O. last fight, man, and I seen him in a fight. I think he got knocked down. I can't think of the opponent he fought, but after the fight, I seen him question himself. And me as a former athlete, once you question yourself and have doubt, man, I think that can play a big effect. And Taylor is a boxer, and I think T.O. might have problems with him, man. And to me, I think he all emotional and he's second guessing himself. So I'm gonna get an edge to Taylor in that fight, man.
Okay, yeah, and I mean obviously Taylor is proven too, right? I mean Taylor been proving the doubters wrong for a minute now. You dig? I mean the man fought his ass off in that tournament, and he became victorious and he became undisputed. So Taylor ain't nothing to sneeze at. I'm not a big fan of his last couple of opponents, and I'm not even a big fan of his last couple of outings, but Taylor does have that experience inside of the ring, especially that championship experience as far as those championship rounds. We seen what he did during the tournament, man. During the tournament. I just think he dug a lot deeper than all those other guys. You understand what I'm saying? And T.O. is going to have to really, really dig deep to beat Josh Taylor because he's not going to lay down. Now, what you got on that Rolly, though, Clark?
Man, I think like I'm on, second what Zone said about Rolly, man. Rolly a little wild, but man, Rolly, he talk that talk, man. He go out there try to punch something down. I don't think he's the most technical guy, but like at the end of the day, I just think he's good for the division because, man, he talk a lot of smack. Man, he a puncher. He got a little herky-jerky kind of weird style. So, man, I got him winning their secondary title, man. So I think it's gonna be good for 140, and I think that's the new division. With Taylor, T.O., and possibly with Devin Haney coming up in a fight or two, then you always gotta, Ruger.
You got Prograis sitting in the cut
Ruger,
too,
Ruger, baby. Yeah,
that boy, he looking a lot better these days. You know what I'm saying? I think him and Taylor should rematch if possible, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the 140 is looking good though.
Yeah, man, I like it, man. It's looking real good. Then you gotta think, if the fight presents itself, I think Tank can step up there and stop everything pretty much. So, man, I think that's a new and up and coming, weight division, man, at 140.
Okay, I mean, I agree with you. It's definitely. I mean, honestly, I think the division has already arrived. You know what I'm saying? Once they did the tournament, I think that was their way of knocking on the door, saying, "Hey, look, we want to solidify ourselves in this boxing thing. 140 is definitely not no joke. And with these guys moving up from 35 into 40, it's just gonna make it better. You understand what I'm saying? What you got on that right there, Coach K? Zone
But
6.
the entire division as a whole, or what's that?
Yeah, the division as a whole. What do you think? What do you think? What kind of mark do you think the 140 is about to engage upon? Or do you already think those guys are already hot and they doing their thing? I personally think the division is already hot, and with these new guys emerging in the division, I think it's just going to make it even better. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's jam packed. I think it's 35 and 40, boy. They is on top of each other. They looking good. And it usually happen like that because 147 really dry. You see what I'm saying? And 154 cleaned out. So you kind of put yourself in a position where the weight classes around or above gotta be cracking. Cause once a person undisputed, really they kind of be on cleaned out the division. We might just pop up with a name that we want to see, but truthfully, it'd be really kind of cleaned out. So usually the divisions around the undisputed divisions like Male is undisputed, and then we really one fight away at 147 because the division been cleaned out. It's only natural 35 and 40 to really be packed out. So
I agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you. I want to give a shout out to my man Electro. Hey, look, check this out, man. If y'all can, I'm gonna shout out Electro, man. Go to his page and subscribe. I don't know how many. He's trying to get to that 1,000 mark. You dig? He's a guy that has really good boxing knowledge, man, and he'll support me. So I'm always gonna give a shout out to the people that's gonna show me love, man. And even the cats that don't show me love, if you doing good work, man, I'm gonna put you out there. You dig what I'm saying? Because again, it's all about the community. And speaking of the community, I got something up my sleeve that I'm about to start doing on my show, and hopefully I can break that out sooner than later if everything comes together properly. You dig what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that a little bit later because my man Wayne Talk definitely got a debate tomorrow, and I know it's going down. You dig? So look, check this out. In regards to Rolly's power, though, do you think his power is going to carry up? Because I just heard him make some bold statements about his power. He said he has Deontay Wilder type power. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what do y'all think about those statements in general? I mean, because we all know what Wilder doing.
He said he got more power than Deontay Wilder. That's what
okay.
He said.
So I'm misquoting him, and really that's even worse for him to say something like that. But that's Rolly though, right? That's his personality. I mean, do you think he capping, or do you think he might be serious about what he's saying?
Man, hey, let me answer that. I think he ball cap, fitted cap, snapback cap, any kind of cap. That's cap. Nah, he has power. I seen him punch Tank in the face, and I think Tank might got a pretty good chin. But anybody pretty much you see Wilder touch in the face, they going down, man. I think he got power, but not that type of power. And then, he throw like looping shots and wild shots. So I think it's power, but I don't see that torque on his punches. It's not no fast, clean punch. He kind of wild, but he's strong. But I don't think it's no Wilder power, man.
Yeah, of course, man. I don't think anybody in boxing has Deontay Wilder like power, especially more power than Deontay Wilder. But again, Rolly gonna give you something to talk about, right? They got the fight coming up. I don't know how much buzz is getting because I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh man, who fighting this weekend?" I'm like, they don't know Rolly fighting. Maybe Rolly not popping like that. I don't know. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Rolly just had a fight with Tank. I think he put on a good performance against Tank. That was his last fight. Red Glove. Shout out to Red Glove Militant. What's up, boss? Hey, y'all go subscribe to Red Glove Militant if you already haven't. So, yeah, I think he did a good outing against Tank Davis. Tank just caught him slipping. What do y'all think about that performance that he had against Tank? Because obviously that's his last time we were able to assess this guy in the ring.
I'm gonna tell you right now, his performance against Tank Davis was pedestrian. I'm gonna tell you why it was pedestrian. If you look at the fight, you can see the whole time that Tank Davis was looking to walk him into something. He was trying to walk him, not trying. He was leading Rolly into a trap because he knows Rolly was gonna be over aggressive. He knew Rolly was talking all that stuff in the press. I'm gonna knock you out in 2-3 rounds. So what he
Mhm.
did was use Rolly aggression and these emotions against him. You see Tank kind of like taking a couple steps back, let Rolly throw a couple steps back because he was trying to see what kind of punches Rolly was going to throw. So when he knocked him out, that was setting a trap. That's the old school boxing, set traps. Now that's one good thing that I see that Tank be doing. He be setting traps because he set a trap for Ryan Garcia too. He just used these guys as overly aggressive, which that's what you're supposed to do. That's when boxing IQ come into play. He used these guys' aggressiveness and their emotions to walk them into traps. And that's what he did against Rolly. So Rolly performance to me wasn't all of that. It was he did average. He did average, but the out income was him getting walked into a trap, which to me that's the worst thing you can walk into in boxing. Somebody walk you into a trap and just knock you out. So I don't think his performance was all of that. I just think he was a strong guy. He went in there. Tank knew that he was going to come in there on that aggressive stuff, and Tank did what you're supposed to do when you have boxing IQ. Walk a motherfucker into the punch.
Okay, so look, let me throw this in there as well, right? I'm gonna give everybody obviously a chance to answer the question, but you know, just hearing my man Wayne talk breaks something down, and I agree. I think Tank is one of the best in boxing at setting traps for guys. Now, my only concern with Tank Davis is his output. Now, we do know that he is the most or one of the most accurate fighters in boxing, but his output isn't really that good, right? So my question to you guys, as well as the one that I've already asked about Rolly, do you think Tank's how can I put this? Tank's lack of output in setting traps can get him in trouble with a guy who is seasoned and who's a really good boxer who can identify when somebody's trying to set him up. Because, you know, Tank's been known to be down a few rounds. You understand what I'm saying? When he can't get that trap set and he has to pick up the pace on the back end. So do you think if he goes in with a guy that's a really good boxer that can identify those traps, do you think that could potentially backfire him in sequence with his lack of output during the rounds? I don't know who wants to go first. You know how we do it. It's a free fall.
Yeah.
What you got, Zone?
Yeah, I don't think not really, man. You can't be too patient in boxing. You could argue that you could, but it's not like Tank don't have power. I would argue that if you are too patient without power, that can get you to the cards, and that could be an issue. That could be a problem. But with Tank accuracy, patient, and power, he gets the bang for his buck for every punch. I mean, the guy is accurate.
That's a hell of a combination.
Right? Like a patient power puncher. He's actually, so for instance, Wilder is another guy who's a very big power puncher, right? What is all of our criticism on Wilder? He's predictable, he's loopy, he's wild, he's impatient. Tank is the complete remedy to all those deficiencies that Wilder has.
I will say Wilder has gotten better with his patience, but he still has a long way to go. But carry on, boss.
Absolutely, right? So even the fact that you saying, hey, it's gotten better, is not at the same level of Tank. Tank already
not even close.
Yeah, Tank already got it locked in. So everything that you would complain about how Wilder misuses his power is not even evident in Tank. He's flawless with dispatching his power. Anything else might be different. But when it comes to dispatching his power, he's the best I've seen do it probably in a long time, especially at 135.
Okay. What you got on that, Clark? Ryan Clark?
Man, like Zone said, man. He well-rounded. He show himself to be well-rounded. But another thing I noticed about Tank, with the power and the patience, if you overreach or make any type of mistake, Tank's gonna make you pay for it. And that's just like in that Rolly fight, man. Rolly overextended and reached. Tank dropped him, popped him, got him out of there. Just like, he uses that and what's the cat name? Garcia. He was being over aggressive. As soon as he overreached, Tank countered and stopped him. Man, I just think that as he, fight those other fighters that we think can that maybe 60-40, 50-50 fight, I think that he might have to put a little more punch output, like against how can I say, like Shakur or maybe even a Frank Martin, But man, Tank doing his thing right now, man. I have nothing bad to say about Tank, man.
But let me ask you though, but is he really doing his thing? Or is he doing his thing as far as the way he's winning? Right? I mean, because I got two different opinions about that, right? I think Tank personally at this tenure in his career, I think he's an underachiever as far as his place in the division. Obviously, after this Ryan Garcia fight, I think he definitely needs to get the winner out of Loma and Devin. But is he doing his thing as in his trajectory? Yeah, like
hey.
Is he doing his thing? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, boy, talk gonna hit that tomorrow. A nigga might want to come over here and do some homework. Hey, man, change the subject. Man. I don't want to talk about Tank.
We gonna change the subject, man. Hey, look, back to the Rolly. Hey, look, check this out, man. We got the old school player Rollo Jenkins and just stepped in the door. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a special occasion because we already know how Rollo do. You know what I mean? What's up, Rollo Jenkins?
What's up, boys? See y'all got the table together.
Yes, sir. You like that table?
Come on, man. Hey, round table business, man.
I know, man.
Phil,
we gotta. I had to pull the music out.
Hey, Phil, I'm working behind. We finna pull them on in here. Get the smoke. Red glove, y'all send that back call out, man. I'm back here working, Phil. I got something for you. Keep going. We're gonna bring them in here.
Yeah. It's all good, man. So this the thing, man. Rollo, we just talking about the 140-pound division. Obviously, Rolly's fighting this
caught
weekend.
That, man.
So what you think about Rolly?
Listen, man, hold on. First and foremost, man, how's nobody mentioning Mateus? Like, I think that's the best dude at 140 right now. And for some reason, you just kind of get lost in
a dog.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And nobody's really mentioning him when it comes to these guys either coming up or fighting these other champions at 140. But you know what I'm saying? I see you did mention Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Devin Haney gonna be up there soon. Till, what's my man name who Matias just fought? Because I like what he was doing in the fight. He just fought a motherfucker who was a little better at it. De Leon. What's his first name? I can't think his first name, but last name was De Leon, man.
The
140.
fight he just had.
Listen, 140 is really good. And the good thing of what's gonna be crazy, can you imagine if Josh Taylor was to go back and recapture all the belts again? I don't know if that's really a good thing or a bad thing.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I think Josh Taylor can absolutely go back and recapture those belts again. Because I think he still has, two of them, right? He still has two of the straps, right? He's still unified, correct?
I believe, because I know Prograis has one and Matias has one.
And then think about this. Rolly was finna fight for the other strap, but Buddy got the strap that popped dirty. So Taylor just had one strap.
Oh no, I just read something that they was making this a full title fight. Now they stripped old boy, I suppose.
Yeah, but Taylor only got one. Taylor
so he only got one strap. Okay, so I mean, look, I think man, because this is the thing. I don't really think there's no space for Taylor at 147 right now. And I'm gonna be real with you. If I'm a boxer, I wouldn't want to go to 147 right now. Because the truth of the matter is, they bullshitting up there. It has become a very lackluster. It's been a diva division, but it's becoming lackluster. Those guys aren't even giving us the fights that we really want to see. I'm trying to figure out when my man Stanionis can't get a fight around this thing. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody keep talking this Boots jive. And Boots had a chance to fight Crawford. He didn't. So this is my thing. If I'm at 140 I'm doing everything I can to stay at 140 because I do not want to go up to 470. Not right now. Not until they clear out this bull that's going on with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence Jr. You understand what I'm saying? What about y'all? If you at 140 and you kind of one of those guys that's in between, that's been in the division for a while, and you may consider going up, do you stay or do you go up to 147?
Man, I'm with you, bro. If there's any chance, any way possible that I could squeeze one more pound out of my body from 141 pounds, I'm staying down there, man. Because there is no need to even be mixed up in the ridiculousness that's going on at 147 pounds. There's nothing good happening around it in that division. I'm with you 100%.
But Josh Taylor stated that for some reason he feels like he wants to fight Terrence Crawford. I don't know if he planned on making that round again to that's what he feels, man. But
stoppage.
Early 5.
Stoppage. Bad stoppage.
Bad, you know what I'm saying? And they'll hate it. Josh Taylor, he could collect all the belts again, kind of on some cheat shit. Because he could be a 2-time undisputed champion at 140, all because they stripped him. But Josh Taylor may get a couple of more, and he might have to move up, man, because if he win a couple of more key fights, man, especially after T.O., he might move up to 147. He might say, fuck it, I'm going to just go ahead. He already WBO, so he holding on the belt for a reason. Think about it. Out of all the belts he let go or what got stripped, he got the WBO. So that means he could go up and challenge Crawford. He really could, and I think he might try this shit, win, lose, or draw. And I'm gonna give him full credit for it, for having the nuts to do that. So if Earl Spence don't play the game or they don't get him to a conclusion, Crawford got another option on deck.
Yeah, I like that WBO, man. I like the way they conduct themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They give you obviously, that is probably the most logical belt to keep because it gives you an out if you do want to go to 4-7, right? It gives you an opportunity to jump straight into a division and make some noise. You dig? So I like the WBO in regards to the way they conduct themselves, right? But we all know the sanctioning bodies, they the sanctioning bodies. You dig? Clark Dean, what you got on that?
I was gonna second it. From what I understand, if he probably want to be the Mando for the WBO at 147, don't they usually let the champion go straight up and contend for the belt above him and be the mandatory? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he can challenge. The guy who has a strap at the weight class in front of him, behind him, basically, which would be 147.
Hey, you got somebody in the chat trying to get in.
Who was that?
I think let's get the smoke.
Oh, get smoke. Oh yeah, good.
Get the smoke trying to get in. Hold on. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna drop the link again. Boom. Big pace.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep refreshing that thing a little bit so they can jump in. I hope you got the
Yeah. We in there. I got you in there. Smoke. You could have just texted me that, homie. You know what I'm saying? Smoke, you just tap the line and be like, "What's up, man? Well, let me put me in that thing." You know what I'm saying?
He told right.
All right, we gotta get the smoke in the back. All right, let me see what Smoke talking about. We gotta get the smoke in here. What's up, baby?
There it is. I'm not sure. There's so many ways in this thing. I've been backstage. Hello, coach. Can I get in? Not coach, not the actual coach on panel, but just in general, coach. But what's up, guys? His name is Jeremiah Ponce, right? That was the guy that he fought.
Yeah, you're a bench warmer, so you had to stay.
Good shit.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, Smoke. We know how you coming with it, Smoke. So check this out right here, Smoke. Right now we are talking about if you're fighting at 140 pounds right now and you're in between and you're kind of indecisive whether you want to move up or not. If you have to make the decision, are you staying at 140? Are you squeezing yourself? Or are you saying, fuck it, I'm gonna move up to 147 and see what happens. Because I've already gave my opinion about what's going on in the division.
There's only one guy who seems to be treading water, moving sideways or maybe backwards at 140, and that's Josh Taylor. So really, your question is really only about one guy. Everybody else has finished.
And that's who we're discussing. We're discussing Josh Taylor. You know.
Yeah. And if I'm Josh Taylor, I'm gonna wait it out. Like I feel like for fucking up T.O., keeping your name relevant, getting paychecks is probably better than getting knocked the fuck out by Bud, right? I mean,
absolutely. Yeah, because that's what's gonna happen. You don't
it's like nobody thinks Josh Taylor. I don't even think Josh Taylor was saying, and that's the thing. Like everyone's saying that Bud and Spence are holding up the division, and they are to an extent because they are the number 1 and number 2 guys, and the rest of the guys can't really progress until they've worked their shit out. But the other side of that coin is those guys who aren't named Bud and Spence aren't really trying to challenge Bud or Spence. They don't want fucking smoke with any of those guys. So it's just kind of like, I think we all know like that Josh Taylor is not going to beat Bud. Nothing that Josh Taylor's ever said lends us to think that he even wants to fight Bud. So it's just kind of like, I mean, you can try to shame him and all that stuff, but I mean, how much shame is there really? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. I'll fight the likes of T.O. Maybe do a pro grade rematch if it gets big enough. But the end of his mystique kind of happened with the Catterall fight. So now it's just business decisions from here on out. Why not be like an undefeated guy at 147 and maybe unify here and there? Maybe work your way into a big fight with one of these guys and move up like a Devin Haney later on, or a Shakur or some other shit. Maybe even a Tank fight if they build that up right. Well, just hang on to your shit, like solidify. If you're Josh Taylor, like, do you think Josh Taylor's gonna fight Boots? Fuck no. Do you think maybe you can get maybe a Stanionis fight? But even that, where's the money in that? Where's the prestige in that? If I'm Josh Taylor, I'm waiting.
I think Stanionis beats him, but that's just my own personal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why even? Like, if you can get beat by virtue of being naturally smaller than those other guys. Like if you can just get beat by a 147 guy that doesn't do anything for your fucking legacy, anything for your pockets, why the fuck would you fight that guy? What's the incentive?
This is the thing about Josh Taylor right now. I think he made a good move with the Lopez fight because it is a very intriguing fight. You understand what I'm saying? Obviously, Lopez is a loud mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Seem like he do more complaining than he does, training. But at the end of the day, I do think that's a good fight for Josh Taylor, right? And I think it's a good fight for Lopez to test himself because if you're going to jump into the division, and I was saying this the other day, I mean, don't bullshit around. If you think you that guy, you get in that thing and you really try to prove yourself against those elite guys, those proven guys, right? So I think that's a good move by both of those guys because if you're going to stick around at 40, you really got to put in that work because you got a chance against any one of these guys at 140, but at 147, not so much.
The issue though, at one of the reasons why T.O. is such a good thing, such a good choice, and he almost lucked up into it, or maybe they told him he understands the landscape a little bit better than we've been discussing the landscape, is that 140 is full of killers that nobody fucking knows. So you can have these really risky fights that win, lose, or draw, nobody's really gonna watch outside of hardcore diehards kind of stuff. So when you have a guy like T.O. who already has some name value, T.O. is probably the most he's probably the most known person at 140 pounds. You know what I mean? Those guys like Subriel Matias, we like those guys. We know about those guys. Jose Ramirez, we know those guys. Right? We know those guys. The top of the top, the creme de la creme, Regis Prograis, we know, but they don't have any fucking cachet or profile outside of the diehard, hardcore fans. So you get a guy if you can get a Ryan on your resume, you get a Rolly on your resume, those guys are the pin. As a matter of fact, those are amongst the Ryan Garcia might be the most popular guy at 140 since goddamn Julio Cesar Chavez or goddamn Arguello or some shit. nobody is popular really at 140. Like those guys generally are just fucking killers. Like Costa Zoo is kind of popular. Timothy Hadden was kind of popular in the UK, but like 140 division just generally historically has these guys who are high fucking like high risk guys with no profile. And Josh Taylor finds himself in that category. But because he has because of this particular era, maybe he can luck himself into a goddamn Ryan Garcia fight. You know what I mean? He can get a Tio fight. Yeah, you go up to 147, you might get your ass whooped by somebody who has no name value whatsoever. Like, who the fuck knows what Stanionis' first name is?
Demetrius or some shit like that. Start with an E.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Point made.
Demetrius, Stanionis. It's all with it. Something like that.
It's a Mantis, but we struggling with it. I got you. Yeah, it Mantis.
Man.
Yeah, it's hard to know most of these motherfuckers' my first name. Smoke, just quick question. You say 140 you don't think is kind of historically been a division that's had good names in it, you don't think?
Well, it's just that it's that the competition far outweighs the popularity. It's just that they've been killers. It's like 154. Like you had killers through there, but those killers that go through there, they don't really have a lot of name value. Like the name value that they had, like if you have guys who have name value, is because they got it in a different division. They bring it up.
But see, 140, I think it's just historically been really solid. I think it's just a feeder division to 147. I think that 147 is so bad right now that it's making 140 not look as good. Because it was a period where you had Victor Ortiz, Marcos Maidana, Amir Khan, Danny Garcia. I mean, we couldn't wait till those 140s got up in there and mixed with the 147 pounders. I think 147 determines to a degree how we interpret 140. Because right now it is just we need the key fight to happen at 147. And because it hasn't happened, it's not looking good. Because we had this issue with Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao. The difference is that I gotta say, difference between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is Mayweather actually did retire, right? So there was a space where Pacquiao was able to operate without impunity. And everybody who was at 140, just like Timothy Bradley came out and said, Pacquiao, come break down this wall. You see what I'm saying? Like 140 is always been good. 140
But Pacquiao only had the one fight,
Smoke.
right?
Hold on, Smoke.
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. Let me say this though, just real quick. I just want to point this out. Really, man, when you really think about the state of boxing, because this is boxing news right here. 135 getting busy. You understand what I'm saying? 154 getting busy. 168 getting busy. 175. If we can go ahead, we can get that unification. You know what I'm saying? And people stop playing politics. It seems like every other division is getting shit done besides 160 and 147. What you guys think about that? Because I mean, right now, I mean that's just kind of where I'm at with it. It's been the belt. Look at 160, bro. I mean, really, I don't think nobody really even following that shit right now because the guys who was bullshitting at 160, half these motherfuckers talking about going up to 68. We just seen Triple G go up to 68, gave Canelo a defense, undisputed defense. I mean, and then he's saying he may come back down, he might retire. I don't know what's going on with homie, but really 160 and 147 for whatever reason can't get their shit together, and it's been like this for about 4-5 years. Feel like, what y'all think about that?
Hey, this what I think. I think the guys at 160 are wanting to get the big fights, and like say for instance, Jamal wanted to fight Triple G. That's not gonna happen, and he just being stagnant fighting, mid-level competition.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Like nobody.
He ain't been active. You know what I'm saying? And then when Canelo was there, he wanted that fight. It's just like, damn, he not getting those fights. So,
well, he got offered the Canelo fight though.
Okay, well, this shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know who got the belts. Triple G got 2 belts. Jamal got 1. Who has the other belt? Is it the Asian guy?
Yeah, so at 160 right now, you got obviously Maul still has his strap.
Right.
You got what's
There's
the
one
buddy? Laura has the WBA.
Yep.
belt. Oh, you know what? And he about to fight against Danny Garcia. Just want to put that out there. I predicted that way long ago. You dig what I'm saying? I'm like, man, they really finna make this fight with Laura and Danny Garcia.
I think
Danny might get stopped. You might get stopped though.
I got Danny, but Janibek, man, Janibek, you know, Andrade left and went up to 68 to duck another fighter and pull out another fight. But Janibek is there, and then at IBF, no one has his vacant.
Also, yeah, and that's the sad part about Andrade's thing. Really, really look at it. Like Janibek would have been a legitimizer for his career. Like that dude ain't done shit for anybody. He's just another one of those guys who has some media hype behind him.
Murata. My man Red Glove said Murata.
Murata had which one?
I don't think Murata has no belts.
No.
I mean, he had one. He had one when Triple G, like, he unified, but that guy, that was inconsistent. Yeah. And Murata had a gold medal, so he was nice, and the Japanese liked him and all that shit, but, really, so what?
Yeah, I'm with y'all, man. See, 160, man, it's really, 160 right now, so bullshit, man. I don't even want to even talk about that bullshit, but I will talk about that Danny Garcia and that Laura, though. I mean, if you're gonna fight Laura, this is now the time to do it. The only problem is Danny already is kind of slow-footed, kind of predictable. Not kind of. He is slow-footed. He is predictable. You know what I'm saying? But he does have power. I just don't know if his power is going to go all the way up to 160 pounds. You know, this guy has been putting on a lot of lackluster performances his last outings. You dig what I'm saying? So I guess if you're going to catch Laura, right now would be the time because he is up in age. He is slowing down. The man really didn't kind of change his boxing style because he can't move as fluid as he used to. So he's sitting on more punches, and he's been doing that since the Jared Hurd fight. So I don't know, man. I think Danny could potentially have a chance, but I don't know if Danny Power is going to go up. And I know Laura can take a good shot. So I see Laura taking him to decision, and in classic Danny Garcia style, you just don't have enough skill. You don't have enough skills to pay the bills, homie. And that's been the story of your career.
I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I'm with you in general, like when talking about these guys and looking at them in general. But if you're looking at, like, we've never seen Danny Garcia 160, so that's just a huge question. But looking at him just at the one fight at 154, he was way more fucking active than Spike O'Sullivan, right? Yeah, he's got way more left in the tank than Spike O'Sullivan. And that fight to me was a damn eyesore. The Spike O'Sullivan and Lara fight. I gotta say, like, for whatever shortcomings Danny may have, or even the shortcomings we've seen recently, Lara looks like he looks trash, man. Like it's fucking sad to say. Like, that dude is just, man, like, he's not, like, he is now, because he can't move. Yeah, you're saying he's sitting down on his punches, but he doesn't have power like that. Like, that's cool that he changed his style. It would be great if he hit harder, but he needs for you to just stand there, and Danny does stand there, but I don't know. Danny seems to be more active than Lara these days.
Look,
I mean, his shot output, like his activity, right?
Let me cook on this.
Dean, what you got?
I'm gonna say this. Lara stopping shit for his last couple fights. I think last two he been knocking motherfuckers out. And they not fighting at 160. They're fighting at a catch weight. So I think they're fighting at 155 or 156. It's a catch weight. It's not the full 160.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, that's his title's still gonna be, his 160 title's still gonna be on the line. And anything over 54 is 60. But you're right, they are fighting at a catch weight. I mean, to make it, I guess, fair for Danny. I don't know. I don't think Lara's gonna have a problem making the weight. Obviously, he went up to 160 because, I mean, Mel is dominating 154. It just makes sense to move up. You're not moving down to 147. So 160 makes sense for Lara. That was the move for him. But I mean, at the end of the day, we gonna see how this gonna unfold, especially with Danny Garcia stepping straight into this division. Nobody has seen him fight with this kind of weight on him. I don't see how this is gonna be beneficial for Danny, because everything that he does good or everything that he is bad is just going to be an enhancer. I think it's going to get worse. I think he's going to be even slower now. You know what I mean? And I don't know if his power translates up to 160. I damn sure hope it does, because he damn sure not finna box the socks off of nobody. Nobody at all.
Yeah, see, the thing, all right, so I think what they actually have inside might be revealed in this fight. But like, this is just a straight cash fight for both guys, right? Like, Lars staying around to get paid. Like Lars can't think that he's one of the best in the world at this point, right? This is just like, he needs to hold on to his position and leverage his position for however much money he can get out of it. Danny Garcia, kind of the same way. I feel like 160 is a like, oh, well, let me not get my ass whipped at 154. I could probably make more noise and get more paid at 160. But it's not really of like, I can't make 154 pounds, or I'm the best at 154. That's what's driving me to 160. It's just kind of like the opportunity is, right? I don't know. There's an intrigue to it, but the intrigue is about like how weak they are at this stage in their careers versus how good they are as fighters. Like, how good they are as fighters is kind of like mediocre if you're being like generous.
Yeah, I agree.
I got you. What you got on that zone? Because we about to wrap it up. We got the Lakers game coming on in about 3 minutes. So we're going to wrap it up.
You know that's in the background. That Knicks shit stuff is in the background right now.
Hey, look, check this out, though. But look, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. After the game, I'm going to fire this thing up again. And if obviously, Smoke, I know you always down with it. Coach K, I know you down with it, too. And Rollo Jenkins, we don't, man, you Mr. Unpredictable, man. You know, we don't know what you going to do. But definitely, man. So y'all boys, yeah.
Well, I'm just tickled. I see so much of Phil. Like, I've been talking to you for years, man. In the last 30 minutes, I see more of your face than I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah, you know, we like to be inconspicuous. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, but look, you're going to see a whole lot more of it, because like I said, I'm finna start doing something new on my channel. This is going to be a educational channel. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to bring up all different levels of boxing. We're going to take this thing back 100 years, and we're going to get the chat involved in this thing, and we're going to get the community involved in this channel, because we want to galvanize this thing, and I want to grow the channel. And I got some ideas. I got one big idea up my sleeve right now, but we're going to see how that's going to unfold, because my man B-Talk got a debate tomorrow, okay? You understand what I'm saying? I need to go to B-Talk page. You dig what I'm saying? And first of all, subscribe to B-Talk. Subscribe to me if you haven't already subscribed. And tomorrow, man, 7:30. Wayne Talk. I call him B-Talk, but his name is Wayne Talk now. He's going to be battling Shakur Stevens versus Tank Davis. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all need to go check that out. Roundtable definitely going to be there in the building to support. Y'all know how it go down. Give me y'all last words, man, so I can go and watch these Lakers close this thing out tonight.
All right, I'm going for Golden State to take this thing in 7. Smoke. I agree with what Smoke was saying about Danny Garcia versus Lara. This your boy Zone 6. Straight off the temple, no pad or pencil. I'm out.
All right, family.
Yeah, spark it back up. I'll be right here.
All right, Smoke, for sure. I'm definitely gonna shoot you that information. My man Rollo Jenkins, the old school fool.
The old head up in this jump, man. It's your boy Rollo Jenkins. Holla at your boy.
Bet. Clark Dean. Pal Archer's finest. What you got? All right, Ryan Clark ain't got nothing for us. All right, look, man, check this out, man. It's my first live stream, man. We did 50 minutes of this thing. I'm going to fire this thing back up later on tonight. We're going to talk some more boxing. We're going to talk about what more I can bring to the YouTube community. You did? Because we're going to have an educational channel, man. I'm going to be throwing up pop quizzes, giving out prizes, man, all kind of stuff. You dig what I'm saying? It's for the people. You dig? And with this being said, I'ma holler at y'all boys, man. I'm Phil Walker. The show is called The Fix, but I am the ambassador. I am the bridge. You dig what I'm saying? I can go across any platform and do my thing and speak with whoever and politic with whoever, man, because it ain't about me. It ain't about you. It's about bringing this boxing knowledge, you dig? And that's what we gonna do on The Fix, man. You dig? Holler at me, man. Deuces.